Hey Libra, Mal, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your quarterly reading for October, November, and December. All right, Libra, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what is unfolding over the next few months. Wow, okay. We have some very powerful changes coming in for you, and we have some choices that are coming up. Bottom of the deck here, you have chop wood. You may find that in quarter four, things are building momentum here for you. You are very productive, but I feel like it's not the type of productivity that leaves you feeling burnt out. You have here peace showing up with Treasure Island. That combination is powerful. This tells me that you have a lot going on that uplifts you, that inspires you, and fulfills you. And it comes just in time for your birthday season. For those of you sun sign Librans out there, happy birthday to you. Now, you have the 10 of Pentacles here starting off your energy. So this is about legacy, long-term goals, and finding ways to perhaps generate more income or to expand in ways that help you feel more successful. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Pentacles here. This is about staying present, and staying present is going to help you also stay grounded. The 2 of Pentacles is about multitasking, and that's the energy that I'm picking up on with chop wood. So again, it's like you're multitasking, but at the same time, I feel like you are loving your work and things are moving forward with momentum here, moving you into this feeling of peace, moving into a feeling of privilege, as it says. And I always say the difference between privilege and entitlement is gratitude. And I feel like you have a lot of gratitude here. You are watching the blessings and the miracles unfold in your own life here, Libra. I do feel like there's a turning point here coming through for you. Now, in the month of October, you have the peace. Peace energy is your key theme, and it feels like you are inviting energies in that help calm the nervous system, right? You may be working on your health, making time to focus on routines and exercises and rituals that put your parasympathetic nervous system into that rest and digest instead of feeling like you are in fight or flight. And I feel like this has been an ongoing theme for you of finding and creating harmony and balance in your life. That's what you're all about, Libra. And it may be that, you are always in that, that duality here of bringing peace in, but it feels like for the first time in a long time, there is a fresh start here that sweeps through your energy. And this starts from within. You have been doing the work. And I feel like if you are starting any new exercise habits this month, or if there are, bursts of inspiration that come through, I feel like you are staying consistent within that energy. I'm getting here elevated states of awareness and elevated states of emotion. So you may be feeling elated for days on end. You may be feeling quite happy. I'm getting this high on life type of vibe here for you. You've earned it. You deserve it. And what better time than your birth month? And if you have Libra in your chart, I feel like this is, if you're not a sun sign Libra, if you have Libra in your moon or your rising, or you're connecting with a Libra, you're going to feel the peace showing up in whatever area Libra is in your chart. And for those of you sun sign Librans out there, it feels like there's a big glow up here for you, but it's internal. It's an internal glow up, and you're just feeling happy. Like you're outside and you're looking at the birds and you're smiling, thinking, wow, this is beautiful. It feels like there are moments here that are very simple, but you're pausing. You're pausing in the simple moments, the simple things. There's gratitude, there's appreciation, and that is going to invite more of this into your life. Now, the 10 of Pentacles here showing up is about family as well. There may be stability coming through with family dynamics. This could also be financial security here. If you have been struggling financially, it feels like October is a turnaround month for you. I also see inheritance or perhaps family money that could be showing up. It may even be through real estate or through investments, because the 10 of Pentacles is also about building a legacy. It's about your long-term goals. And you see that on this card, there is a gate, and the gate is not a wall. So it means that you're able to create these boundaries that work for you. I feel like you're staying disciplined and you are opening up to something new. These gates are opening. It's like you're inviting in a new opportunity because you have the Fool energy here, Libra, and the Fool is a new beginning. So, when you try something for the first time, let's say you are learning about a business that you want to open up, and you are learning how to create a website, and you're leaning into, different LLCs, and you're kind of getting all of the logistics together, and it's fun and it's exciting, but there's still some back end work that needs to be done. And there's a lot that you are figuring out in order to put something together. But I feel like it's not a process that feels overwhelming or hectic. It feels like it's fun. Like, wow, I get to learn how to build this website here. Or I get to see the improvements, and I get to work on myself, and I'm feeling better, and I'm, thriving here in this energy. And that's what it feels like, because sometimes new beginnings can be intimidating. Think of, going to work at a new company and it's your first day, and you are feeling everybody out a little bit, and they've been working there for quite some time, and you're the newbie coming in, and you're training, and you're kind of learning. You can be a bit nervous, a bit hesitant, but it feels like the incoming energy, the people around you are very warm, they're very welcoming, they're very friendly, and it feels like everybody is collaborating here, where it makes your first day really great. You're like, yes, I know that this was the right decision for me. I know that this is where I am meant to be, because it does feel peaceful. It feels more inviting. And that's what I'm getting here for you. Now, because we have the Two of Wands, we have another two showing up. So we have the Two of Coins, aka the Two of Pentacles, saying to you, be present, stay present here. Otherwise, we can focus towards, the past or towards the future too much, and it kind of leaks our energy. It can cause us to feel a bit distracted. And so you are being guided here with the Two of Wands to focus, right? To focus, not, even though there's a lot going on for you, you can accomplish more if you focus on one task at a time and then move on to the next. I don't know about you guys, but I have struggled at times with my focus and with my attention span. So for example, I'll be cleaning the house and I'll be putting dishes away, and then I look into the other room and I see that there are, clothes to fold. And so, I'll move into that room to put something in there, and then I'll start folding the clothes, and then I'll come back out. So sometimes my attention can be scattered, and I try to multitask by doing, 10 different things at once. But sometimes we have to focus on the task in front of us, right? Putting those dishes away and finishing up the kitchen, and then moving on to the next, because you can actually get more done by focusing in that way. And that's what I'm getting here for you. So if you are having a difficult time focusing or staying on task, I see here that you are intentional about it, meaning you are aware when you are getting distracted, but you're not being hard on yourself. You're catching yourself in that pattern, and you're choosing to consciously interrupt it in the moment. So I do see here consistency. So if you have started a new health regime, maybe in the past, and you fell off the wagon, which we all do from time to time, it feels feels like you're getting back on track this month and saying, all right, this is it. This is it, Libra. I am taking my health into my own hands, or I am moving forward with that project, or I'm actually going to clean out the attic or the basement, or maybe that spare bedroom. So it does feel like your momentum, your vitality is more lively. So I love this energy coming through for you. Now moving into November, you have Treasure Island here. So this is a very powerful omen. It feels like there is a completion of hard work, of recovery. There's a lot of magic happening this month. You're seeing that there's rewards. I am getting the 10 of Pentacles here as well, which you do have in the, October energy, but it feels like there's more blessings that unfold that you may not see. You're like, wow, I'm so grateful here in October, like how everything is unfolding for me. I'm so very blessed. And then boom, November hits and there's even another blessing. And you're like, wait a second, do I get to pinch myself? What's happening here? Like, this is what I've always wanted. So I see that there are treasures, hidden treasures here that you are waking up to within yourself, Libra, and perhaps within a relationship and even within your own spiritual gifts. It feels like your gifts are increasing. It feels like your head and your heart are connecting. They're giving each other a big old hug. They're saying, I've missed you. So Libra, some of you, it feels like the head and the heart were going in opposite directions, which can be called cognitive dissonance, where our head is going in one direction, our heart is in the another, and we feel like we are not aligned, right? We feel like we are backfiring or we're stuck, or, how do we get the head and the heart to match up? Those are our biggest tools that we have here. And I see that you are listening. You're listening to that voice within, and it feels like you're using that brilliant mind of yours to work in your favor, because the mind can also work as a disadvantage. Sometimes the mind tells us stories to try to protect us or to try to keep us safe, but it also limits us. Sometimes the mind can remind us of stories that we were once told or things that once happened to us, and we can react and behave and action up our lives based on those stories. And sometimes they're great and sometimes they limit us or hold us back. But this month, wow, there's some really powerful changes coming in, because you have the 10 of Swords. Now the 10 of Swords is something that you've gone through, some sort of grief, some sort of loss, some sort of recovery here. And you see that the tears are watering this beautiful flower. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I am being shown a dropper with a flower on it. So this could be like Bach flower remedies as well, because you see the flower here and there's the dropper. Some of you could be using like Bach flower remedies, or maybe even essential oils, or something having to do with like flowers or plants. This could be a supplement. Please take that as it resonates, but it feels like that's helping maybe with grief. They're showing me star. I'm seeing Jesus, the star of Bethlehem, Star of Bethlehem. Like, I have no idea if that has to do with like a flower essence or a flower remedy. So that could be beneficial for some of you. You may want to look that up, or if you know anything about it, let us know in the comment section. But I feel like you are finally closing a chapter of your life that has been challenging for you, perhaps mentally, emotionally, financially, because I am getting recovery here, recovery from something that, you may have shed tears over. It may have been very painful for you emotionally, physically, mentally. And with Treasure Island showing up, it just feels like there's a bittersweet energy of fully letting go and inviting these new blessings and new opportunities in, because you have here the 8 of Wands, Libra, and the 3 of Cups. The 8 of Wands is is about your confidence. It's self-confident. It is saying, I know what I want and I'm going for it. It is the second fastest moving energy in tarot. It is about communication. This is you communicating what you want to the universe and watching it transpire, because you're taking action steps as well. So it's you, again, the head and the heart aligning, and you are diving in. Someone could have fiery red hair. It feels like you are required to be vulnerable here. You can see that she's doing the swan dive here, right through the ring of fire. And there is a key that she is so close, like she's touching. That key is actually unlocking this treasure, but it requires your confidence. It requires you to let go of expectations, let go of, things that have been heavy regarding any area of your life. And I see with this Eight of Wands, some of you could even be traveling or relocating or, moving the body. There may even be an alignment here, as I've mentioned, of the head and heart, but I'm also getting alignment of the chakra system. Some of you have been working on your first three chakras, your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus, meaning that you're feeling a lot more grounded. You're feeling safety and security. You're feeling like you belong. And I feel like this has been something that has been ongoing for you, perhaps your whole life, where you have been working on creating that sense of relationship with yourself, building up this confidence within yourself, because that's where it's at. There's no need here for external validation. That's not where this confidence is coming through. I'm getting here liquid courage, which can come from substances, right? It can come from external things that we ingest to try to give us courage. But then I'm getting soul courage. And I am getting here you saying no to the external. Maybe some of you are sober, or there's like sobriety here for you in some way. But I'm also getting like soul courage. This courage that is bubbling up within you comes from yourself. It comes from something deep within you that is saying, I am going for it. Like, I am feeling confident. I know that I have what it takes to, open this treasure chest, because I know that there is a gem within me, a gem that is showing up in my world. Now, there's the celebration here. Three of Cups is harmony. I love the dolphins showing up. I may have shared this story before, but I have had the pleasure of swimming and hugging and just loving up on dolphins. And the last time that I had swam with the dolphins, I had put my hand right there on the hearts, and I could feel the heartbeat of the dolphin. And it was like our energies merged, and I was overwhelmed with this emotional, peace and happiness. And I had tears that immediately sprung to my eyes. And it was just this enveloping energy of pure love. And that's what I'm getting here for you. I feel like you are embracing the rainbow, and something here is coming full circle. Not only do you have half the rainbow here, but you have the other half at the bottom. Some of you could be seeing double rainbows, or perhaps there is a rainbow that glistens in your energy, and that may be a sign that the treasure is within you, that the treasure is expanding out into your outer world, and you will soon be celebrating if you haven't already. This is also soul essence, soul tribe. I feel like you are connecting with your spirit guides, with the ascended masters. Some of you are definitely connecting to higher levels of consciousness here, and you may be meeting new spiritual helpers. You may be drawn to work with new teachers, new gurus here, people who are uplifting and inspiring you in some way. Maybe this is through social media. Maybe it's someone that you find online and you're like, wow, I really want to connect with them. They're part of my tribe, but you are spiritually led to them. It could be a book that you read that inspires you and you connect with this individual. It's like merging of energies. That's what I'm feeling here for you. And so there is a lot of harmony harmony coming in. Now, this could also be relationship dynamics. Perhaps you are engaging in relationships that feel harmonized, that bring in peace, that bring in this feeling of, again, elevation, that feeling of elated emotions here. So you're riding that wave of happiness, and it's coming from within, but you are witnessing the evidence of it in your outer world. So even though you've gone through some very difficult times in your life, you are seeing the bright side of things. And maybe that hasn't always been easy for you, Libra. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting here Marion, or Miriam. Could be someone's name, or it could be part of a last name. I'm also seeing here a huge truck with big wheels. Okay, someone could have a truck with big wheels. I mean, this could, at first I was seeing, yeah, it was a big truck, but it could even be a dually, or it could be like someone drives semi-trucks, or someone is a driver. There's transportation here. Maybe someone is going road tripping, or it could even be like an ATV, or yeah, even a UTV. It feels like there's something with wheels coming through here. Maybe you feel like you've been spinning your wheels, Libra, and you finally feel like, wow, I am out of the mud. I'm out of the mud and I am free flowing again. I'm back on the trails, and I am ready for my next adventure. That's what's coming through here. So in the month of December, we have Between Worlds showing up with the flamingo. Remember what I said about Librans' justice scales, constantly kind of, highs and lows, where a big part of, our theme, I'm a Libra as well, is to bring peace in. But that means that we have to experience both sides of every situation. I say that often. I've been on both sides, which is a beautiful trait that Librans can carry, because you can empathize, you can understand, because you've been there. And I see here that in the month of December, you are finding balance. That flamingo is often poached. Is that the right word? Poached, or, on one foot. So I feel like you are finding your kingdom, your queendom within your own self and within your family, within your career. It feels like you are embracing the challenge, but you're also giving it a wink, and you're saying, I accept that this is a part of life. I know that things are going to come full circle. So even if you are faced or met with some struggles or challenges, it's the way that you handle it that makes all the difference in the world. And I have a feeling, Libra, that you have learned a lot. You've grown a lot. You've matured a lot. You've been through some of these lessons that, you're able to use as tools. You're able to use what you have learned to possibly help others. You could be the teacher that I was picking up on here earlier. And I feel like you are stepping into a new world, if you will, over the coming months. You have here the Seven of Wands. To clarify, you have the Four of Wands, and you have the King of Cups. Now, the Seven of Wands is exactly what I was just talking about. It is conforming and non-conforming, and you're finding the balance between both. I feel like you are being guided to trust your instincts, but to also allow that part of you to feel liberated. It's like liberation through discipline. So again, it's the dichotomy, it's the duality, it's the polarity that you are blessed. And even though it doesn't always feel like a blessing, you're like, I don't want to be on this side of the scale, Mel. I want to be on this side of the scale. There is a high probability that you at one point or another will completely shift to the other side. And that's what I'm seeing here. But it feels like you're still remembering, you're still honoring and being reminded of how far you've come. And I see that you are choosing, right? Because choice is showing up with the twos. Twos are about choices. And I feel like you're choosing to find that balance, that harmony, that equilibrium within yourself and within all things, even when the scales tip for you. Now, the Seven of Wands can be standing up for your beliefs, standing up for yourself. It's meeting a challenge and saying, I am not going to shy back. I am not going to hold my voice in fear of persecution, in fear of being ostracized, in fear of being criticized here. And that's something that you have learned through soul courage, right? Not through liquid courage, not through, any sort of external validation, but it feels like you've had to show up for yourself, baby steps. And now you are at the point where some of you have been in this harsh environment or circumstance or emotional turmoil here, because you can see that the Arctic fox, he is moving forward, and you can see that he's pushing against the wind because the wind is blowing his ears back, and you can see that his coat is kind of going in the opposite direction. So it means that he is putting one step in front of the other, but he's prepared for these harsh circumstances. After all, he is an Arctic fox out there in the freezing cold. And I feel like you have gone through something, Libra, that has been a part of your divine blueprint. It was part of your path here. And I feel like you are moving into the springtime, if you will. It feels like a lot of you are coming out of the harshness or the coldness of a season that you were embracing, and you're moving into something fresh. There's the waking up, the livelihood of the new flowers and the new growth and the new buds. And you are saying to yourself, I don't have to stay in these circumstances here because I understand how seasons work. I understand the energies of death and rebirth. And I feel like you are very, what's the new age term? Woke. You're very woke, Libra, meaning you have awakened to a higher consciousness where you understand things on a deeper level. And sometimes that can be frustrating because not everybody is where you are at. But I do see here with the Seven of Wands, this is about you living life on your terms. And even if you have to go through some winter seasons, I feel like you know that you're going to come out of it. And this is about you saying to yourself, I am not going to shut myself off from life. I am not going to stay in this energy. I am going to rebound, right? I am going to come up out of this stronger than ever before. And that brings me to one of my favorite quotes: the comeback is stronger than the setback here. And I feel like every quote unquote setback that you have endured has in fact made you stronger. It has elevated you and it's increased your awareness. So another one of my favorites is you can become bitter or better. And I see here, Libra, with the energies ahead, you are becoming a better version of yourself. Don't let life's hard knocks make you bitter. Don't let it make you into an angry individual or someone who disapproves of other people's opinions or their beliefs, and don't react in ways that, bring in fear and harm. I feel like you want to dance, right? You want to dance here, Libra. Four of Wands. It makes me think of that song. I think it's on Footloose. It's on Footloose or Grease. Those songs that you just want to kind of get up and move to the beat here. So I feel like you are moving your body. Some of you are going to benefit from like a static dance or just moving the body, moving the flow, getting that lymphatic system, regulated here, because some of you may have been stuck or you may have felt a stuck energy in your body. So movement is so important for you, especially during the winter months, for those of you that are going into the winter season. Sometimes we are more active when it's warmer out, but I do see here that you are moving, but there's a celebration here. Now, Four of Wands could literally be a move. You could be moving in with another individual, moving into a new home. This is also 11/11. So 11/11 is like a snapshot of a dream that you have, but instead of it just being a wish, I feel like this wish is becoming reality. there may be a big milestone here for you. This is about your family, your stability, your foundation. Could even be marriage coming in. It's soul tribe, but it feels like it's a lot more cooperation and support and harmony than you have felt for quite some time. So you have people on your side, people who are, helping you evolve and grow, and you're doing the same for them, Libra. So there is a victory dance coming in here by the end of the year. You're saying, I did it, right? I got through 2025, or I got through this situation and I feel elevated now. And you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, there's the dream weaver. I just mentioned, a dream of yours, a wish of yours that it's finally meeting reality. You're finally creating, a foundation based on that wish or that dream of yours. And some of you are embracing the archetype here of this king. And it could even be someone that you are connected with or someone that you are calling in. The King of Cups, you can see that he is someone very gentle, very loving, very nurturing. He may even have children. You see that there is a young girl that is resting on his heart chakra there. He has the animals all around him. This individual could love animals, could love nature. This person is not afraid to express themselves on an emotional level that is mature. This is emotional maturity here. This individual is very patient, very kind. This individual is someone who, could help others in some way. Maybe he is a caretaker. He could be a doctor, a psychologist, could be a massage therapist, or he's in service in some way, either professionally or personally. And I see that, you are also getting in touch with your own emotions. If this is an aspect of yourself, some of you, this has to do with your own dad, your own father. Perhaps you are the little girl here, and December could be a month where that bond or that healing has been taking place here for you, whether your father is still here on earth or has crossed over. And someone may even have a black cat. A black cat is a great omen. Now, I see the frog here. It's so cute. You can see in the cup that there's a frog peeking its cute little head out of the cup and looking right at this gentleman. And the gentleman is smiling. And you can see that he may have like gray or white hair, or there's some aging going on here, but he's still very charming, very, very good looking. And the frog is reminding him that there's the cycles here, that there is a new energy coming in, and reminding him to, take a leap of faith when necessary, but do so in a mature, calculated way, but keep the heart open. And that's what I see you doing here, Libra. You are weaving your dreams into reality, and there's this gentleness, this softness with the sheep. There's this independence with the cat. There is this communication with the parrot and the frog. This is about, leaps and bounds. You yourself, Libra, have come a long way. You have, grown through leaps and bounds, and you may see that things start happening quite quickly for you in quarter 4. Wow, this is a beautiful reading. If you guys are liking this, please give it a thumbs up. Now, lastly here, we are going to get some themes of, or quotes, I should say, quotes, affirmations that you are meant to know at this time. And if you would like to be entered, Libra, into the free reading giveaway, I would love to hear your favorite quote, your favorite saying. This could be words that perhaps a parent or a grandfather or grandmother had spoke to you. Maybe this is something that a teacher or a complete stranger has said to you. Words that have inspired you. Drop them in the comment section below. And if you are stumped, if you're like, Mel, I can't think of anything, if one of the quotes that I'm about to read you stand out and it really, you gravitate towards it, drop that in the comment section. I will also enter you into the giveaway. All right, so we have here, believe in the magic within you, for even in the darkest moments, you possess the power to conjure conjure your own light. So believe in the magic within you, even in the darkest moments, because this is about you, Libra, conjuring your own light. So that kind of flows with the energy here of the reading. I love that. Next, you have Samuel Beckett. Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter, try again, fail better. This means that no matter how many times life's hard knocks knock you down, right? You get up again. And I see here that, you have been hard on yourself, Libra. And I see that some of you need to take your own advice. And maybe you finally are starting to take your own advice. This is about you listening to that voice within. Some of you inspire others in a very profound way. And I see here that no matter how many times that you try, it's like riding a bike, right? No matter how many times you try, maybe you are going for that job, or you are wanting to start a business, or it could be, failed relationships. I don't look at life as failure personally. I look at those quote unquote failures as lessons. So no matter how many lessons that you go through, whether it's the same type of lesson, keep going and learn that lesson better. You have here Mary Ann Radmacher. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Didn't we say earlier there is a huge push towards soul courage? Soul courage sometimes is, trying again, getting up the next day. And even if you fell off the bandwagon in the past, I feel like you're going to get back on. Even if something didn't work out the way that you had hoped. Some of you, there is health recovery, financial recovery, something that has to do with your stability here in the physical realm. The pentacle realm is about our bodies, our possessions, our home, our material and financial world. And it feels like that is shifting here in a very big way. You're getting focused in the coming months. And this focus is putting you on the fast track here, especially when confidence is part of it. Now, sometimes people mistake confidence for ego. And if this is an inner confidence that shines through light, not by needing external validation, that's going to make all the difference here. And I see that you definitely are building momentum, building courage, and you're seeing it flow out into your outer world. Next, you have Helen Keller. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And that's your King of Cups showing up here in December. You're feeling something with the heart. You are choosing to live and lead with the heart, and the brain is finally on the same page, right? They're both plugged in to each other. And I feel like that is ultimately the winning ticket. And lastly, you have what makes you come alive, Libra. Do that, right? Whatever it is that makes you feel alive, what makes you come alive, do that. The world needs more people who have come alive. Don't shy back. You have gifts. You are powerful, possibly more powerful than you even realize. You are magical. This is about you opening that beautiful heart of yours to life's possibilities. And I see that you are coming alive. And it kicks off here more so in your season. So Libra, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for being here. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share or send it to someone who may need it. And if you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information at www.intuitivesoulcoach.com or in the description box below. But be sure to drop your favorite quotes in the comment section. Lots of love to you, Libra, and happy birthday, beautiful souls.